What's up, San Antonio Sparce fans? My name is Indomitable Will, and we are here bringing you our draft analysis of the Final Battle League Season 2. So, this was a 12-person draft, and we were smack dab in the middle, meaning 6th pick. So, with our first pick, we actually got Chien-Pao. So, I personally think Chien-Pao is one of the strongest mons in the format. It's Dark Ice typing. It makes it Weavile, but stronger pretty much, and better moves. Sorry, Weavile. But overall, just a really, really threatening breaker, and that ability makes it even more terrifying. So, I think Chien-Pao is one of the strongest mons in the format, and I was really happy to get it 6th overall. Up next, we have Gholdengo. So, I wanted a steel type. There aren't a lot of steel types in this format, and Gholdengo provided a steel type that could also break what Chien-Pao can't, really, which isn't much, but the only thing both of them struggle with is fire types, which we will get to a little bit later, and how I plan to combat fire types. Overall, Gholdengo, Steel Ghost, amazing defensive typing. It also has the ability Good as Gold, which makes it immune to all status moves, which is very, very good. And overall, just a solid special breaker to go with my physical offense. So up next, we have the monster itself and my first of 2 Terra Captains, which is Ursaluna. So, Ursaluna, this mon is a monster. It's like Conkeldurr, but it has stab on facade, which is just phenomenal. It's also a little bit bulkier than Conkeldurr and has a better offensive typing, in my own opinion, in normal and ground. So this is basically a mix out of Diggersby and Conkeldurr, is how I like to think of it. Like, it's Diggersby if it actually had bulk, or Conkeldurr if it had stab facade. But overall, Ursaluna, very, very powerful breaker, and I'm so glad to finally be able to try this thing. And remember how I said Chien-Pao and Gholdengo struggle with fire types? Well, Ursaluna is not only a Terra Captain, but also ground is super effective against fire, so we got that covered. Up next, we have another fire killer, and we needed some hazard control in this draft, so up next we drafted Glimmora. And Glimmora is basically the best hazard stacker in the format. You got all sorts of hazards. You got toxic spikes, you got stealth rock, and it can mortal spin itself. Mortal spin is Glimmora's signature move, which is like rapid spin, but instead of a speed boost, you poison the opponent, which means Glimmora can set hazards and remove them itself, while Gholdengo is the best hazard blocker in the format. Like, Gholdengo enables Glimmora to keep those hazards up, which is very, very valuable. And Glimmora can also beat the steel types Gholdengo would otherwise struggle with. Or, not steel types, fire types. My bad. So, up next, we have Hisuian Lilligant. So, Hisuian Lilligant is something I really wanted to try. I did draft it in WPF, however, I ended up dropping it during the grace period in favor for just some more bulk. But I thought, why not try it here? It has the hustle ability and chlorophyll, but spoiler alert, I'm not a Sun team, so that's not gonna come into play massively here. But Grass Fighting is a pretty good offensive typing, and it has Ice Spinner to help with the flying types that wall those two. And yeah, other than that, it just struggles to beat poisons pretty much, which Ursaluna definitely has covered. So that is Hisuian Lilligant. Up next, we have Slowking. So Slowking fills two massive roles here. It provides chilly reception pivoting for... whoops, forgot to do this. So Slowking provides chilly reception pivoting, which is a pivot move only Slowking and Galarian Slowking get. Basically, it sets up the Snow, which Snow gives Ice types an additional defense boost, so that's very helpful for Chien-Pao, and it also gives me a Trick Room option for Ursaluna, as well as a bulky water type with Regenerator to kind of get health back. Okay, up next we have our second of two Terra Captains in Kilowattrel. So Kilowattrel is a speed demon. This thing, it hits really hard, it's fast as hell, it has 3 good abilities in Wind Rider, Volt Absorb, and Competitive, so I just wanted a fast pivot into sort of my breakers because we had Slowking as a slow pivot. Now we wanted a fast pivot. So Kilowattrel gave us just that. And it's my second of two Terra Captains, which means it can be a reliable breaker if I need it to. And yeah, overall Kilowattrel's just a very, very solid fast breaker for this team. Up next, we're kind of getting into the, the smaller, bulkier mons. And up next, we actually have our fairy type, which is Darkspun. So, a lot of my top mons here, Chien-Pao, Goldango, Hisuian, Lilligant, are all weak to fire. Darkspun has the ability Well-Baked Body, which makes it immune to fire-type moves, and it gets a ×2 defense raise when hit by a fire-type move. So, Darkspun, not only is it good wish support for the rest of my team, but it's also immune to fire, which a lot of my top mons are weak to. Up next we have Altaria. And Altaria is the cheapest dragon type on the board. Got a few niche utility options such as Will-O-Wisp. Overall, Altaria is just not... It's not a great Pokemon, but it was the cheapest dragon type on the board, and I try to get one of every typing, if not close to that. And so Altaria kind of provides that for me in a dragon type. And so next we're going to go to pick number 10, which was our bug type, Spidops. So Spidops provides spikes, toxic spikes, U-turn, and sticky web. That utility for 2 points was pretty good to not let pass up. So, or it might have been 3 points, 2 or 3. Either way, Spidops gives us some more hazards and sticky web for our slower breakers such as Goldango and Ursaluna. So we're nicely supported there. And then finally, our fire type of the draft and our final Pokemon is Crocalor. So Crocalor, it's a Pokemon with Unaware, which means it can pretty reliably tank some setup, which is really nice. It has Eviolite, so it's pretty bulky, and yeah, overall just a bulky fire type to round the team out. So let me know what y'all think of my team in the comments section below. I personally really like it. Chien-Pao, Goldango, Ursaluna, Glimmora, Hisuian, Lilligant, Slowking, and Kilowattrel themselves, I'm really looking forward to using. The other 4 are all just niche filler options, but those top 7 alone I think can do really well for me here. And yeah, Let me know what y'all think of the team in the comment section below, and I will catch you all next time.